Pause for a second and really listen to this thought, because it might be uncomfortable, but it might also change everything. Right now, in this very moment, your future is being written. Not by your parents, not by the economy, not by luck. It is being written by the thoughts you repeat every single day, often without even noticing them. Your thoughts are writing your future, and most people ignore this truth until it's too late. Think about it. Before anything shows up in your life, it exists in your mind first. Every decision you make, every risk you avoid, every opportunity you chase or walk away from, all of it begins as a thought. And those thoughts quietly become habits. Habits become behavior. Behavior becomes results. This is not motivation. This is how life works. The reason this truth feels invisible is because thoughts don't announce themselves. They don't knock on the door. They whisper. They sound like your own voice. They feel familiar, safe, normal. And that's why they are so powerful. Most people believe their future will change when their circumstances change, when they have more money, more time, more support. But here's what almost no one tells you. Your circumstances are usually the result of your past thinking. You are living today inside the thoughts you believed yesterday. Let that sink in. If you constantly think, "I'm behind in life," your future will be built around catching up. If you think, "I'm not good enough," your future will be built around settling. If you think, "Nothing ever works out for me," your future will be filled with unfinished attempts and quiet regret. Not because you're cursed, but because your mind followed your instructions perfectly. Your brain doesn't argue with your thoughts and accepts them as commands. And this is where everything starts to shift. The most dangerous thoughts are not the loud negative ones. It's the subtle ones you've normalized. Thoughts like, "This is just how I am," or "People like me don't succeed," or "I'll start when I feel ready." These thoughts feel harmless, responsible, even, but over time, they write a future that looks exactly like limitation. Here's the hard truth. Most people don't fail because they lack potential. They fail because they never changed the story they were telling themselves. Your thoughts decide what you notice. Your thoughts decide what you ignore. Your thoughts decide what feels possible and what feels unrealistic. And once something feels unrealistic, you stop trying without ever realizing why. This is why two people can face the same situation and end up in completely different places. One sees a challenge and thinks, "This will teach me." The other sees the same challenge and thinks, "This always happens to me." Same moment, different future. Your thoughts are not just reactions. They are predictions. And your life works hard to prove them right. Most people wait for confidence before they act. But confidence doesn't come first. Thoughts come first. You don't become confident and then think better. You think better, and confidence follows. Slowly, quietly, naturally. Every time you tell yourself, "I can't," your future shrinks a little. Every time you tell yourself, "I'll try," your future stays uncertain. But every time you tell yourself, "I will figure this out," your future expands a bit, if nothing changes immediately on the outside. This is why your inner dialogue matters more than motivation videos, routines, or plans. Because you can have the best strategy in the world, but if your thoughts are working against you, you will sabotage yourself without even noticing it. Your mind is always trying to protect you, not make you successful. Protect you from failure, from embarrassment, from uncertainty. So it feeds you thoughts that feel safe, comfortable, familiar, even if they keep you stuck. That voice that says, "Don't try, you might fail." That voice that says, "Stay where you are, at least it's predictable." That voice is not your enemy, but it is outdated. It's trying to protect an old version of you in a world that no longer exists. At some point, if you want a different future, you must question the thoughts you've been trusting. You must ask, is this thought true, or is it just familiar? Because familiarity feels like truth, even when it's not. Here's something powerful to understand. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your beliefs. Your thoughts decide how high you allow yourself to go. If you believe growth is painful, you'll avoid it. If you believe success requires suffering, you'll struggle unnecessarily. If you believe you're not ready, you'll keep preparing forever. Your future doesn't need more planning. It needs new thinking. And no, This doesn't mean positive thinking all the time. It means honest thinking, intentional thinking, thinking that moves you forward instead of keeping you small. Right now, ask yourself this. What thought do you repeat the most when things get hard? That thought is right in your future. When something goes wrong, do you think, I always mess things up? Or do you think, this is part of learning? When you see someone succeed, do you think, good for them, or must be nice? These small reactions seem insignificant, but they shape your identity over time. Identity is simply a collection of repeated thoughts. Change the thoughts, and you change who you become. Most people underestimate how powerful one thought can be. One decision to stop speaking to yourself with doubt. One moment of choosing belief instead of fear. One sentence like, I am capable of more than this. That single thought, repeated daily, can redirect your entire life. The future is not created in dramatic moments. It's created in quiet ones. In the thoughts you choose when no one is watching. When you fail. When you're tired. When quitting feels justified. That's when your future is being written. And here's the most important part. You don't have to control every thought. You just have to stop believing the ones that limit you. Thoughts will come and go, but belief is a choice. You are not your thoughts. You are the one listening to them. The moment you realize that, everything changes. You can hear a thought without obeying it. You can notice doubt without following it. You can feel fear without letting it decide. This is where real freedom begins. Imagine a future where your thoughts support you instead of sabotage you, where your inner voice pushes you forward instead of holding you back. That future doesn't start someday. It starts the moment you choose a different thought. Right now. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need confidence. You just need awareness. Awareness of what you're telling yourself every day. Because whether you realize it or not, your thoughts are writing your future, and ignoring this truth is the reason so many people stay exactly where they are. If this message made you stop and think, don't let it end here. Visit the channel and watch the next video to keep building the mindset that changes everything.